बोलिए श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय। बोलिए श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। Jai Jai Sitaram. Cordial welcome to all of you joining in person as well as those who are joining us online this morning as we engage in our Sunday morning devotion. Do apologize for our late start this morning. However, we are all here and present and ready to engage in our devotion this morning. So at this time, may we all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. We focus our minds at the feet of Shri Krishna Bhagwan as we do our opening prarthana. Hari Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha Om Aim Saraswatyai Namaha Om Shri Guru Charan Kamale Bhyo Namaha Om Bhadram Karnibhi Shrinuyam Deva Bhadram Pashyimakshbirya Jatra Stirai Rangai Stushtuvan Sastanubhe Vyashemahi Devahitam Yadayu Om Swasti Na Indro Bridashravaha Swasti Na Pushaha Vishwaviraha Swasti Na Stakshyor Rishtanemi Swasti No Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Paya Prithvyam Paya Ushareshu Paya Divyantrikshe Payodah Payaswati Pradeshaha Santu Mahyam Om Vishnu Raratamasi Vishnu Snaptristyo Vishnu Shurasi Vishnu Dhruvorasi Vaishnavamasi Vishnavetva Om Agnir Devata Vato Devta Suryo Devta Chandra Devta Vasavo Devta Rudro Devta Dityo Devta Maruto Devta Vishvi Deva Devta Brihaspati Devta Indro Devta Varuno Devata Om Dhyo Shantir Antarikshagam Shanti Prithvihi Shanti Apah Shanti Oshadai Shanti Vanaspatai Shanti Vishvideva Shanti Brahma Shanti Sarvagam Shanti Shanti Reva Shanti Sama Shanti Ridhi Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Duritani Parasva Yad Bhadram Tanna Asuva Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Gum Havamahi Kavim Kavinam Upamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anah Shrunvanotibhi Siddha Sadhanam Om Maha Ganadhipataye Namaha. Chant your Rashi name in your mind. Hari Om Tat Sat Om Vishnur Vishnur Vishnu Namah Paramatmani Shri Puran Purushottam Adya Shri Brahmanoni Dvitya Paradhi Shri Shweta Varaha Kalpe Vaivasvat Manvantarim Ashta Vinashati Tame Kali Yuge Kali Prathama Charani Bhuloke Jambudvipe Kanada Varshe Skabro Grami Baudhavatari Shubhamase Shubha Pakshe Shubha Tithi Amuka Namasya Mukha Gotram Namaham Daihika Daivika Bhautika Taptraya Iti Shri Pach Mahadevta Shri Krishna Bhagavan Havan Pujanam Shankalpam Karishye. Offer your flower. We now do Pavitra Purification. We sprinkle the water around the altar area 3 times. Om Apavitraha Pavitrova Sarvavasthangato Apiva Yashmarit Pundare Kaksham Sabahyabhya Antaram Suchi Om Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu Shri Vishnu. We bow to our altar 3 times, envisioning that we are prostrating to Dharti Mata. ॐ क्षमाश्व मे परस्पर्शं क्षमाशिले परात्परे रामकृष्णादिकानन्त्वं माता पृथवे नमस्तुते. We bow to the ground, we take our seats. Om Pritave Tvayadrita Loka Devi Tvam Vishnunadrita Tvam Jadharyamam Nityam Pavitram Kurucha Asanamiti Asanam Samarpayam. Asan lijiye, please have your seats. So at this time, devotees, we prepare to invoke the presence of Pach Mahadevta. As we do so, if you have flowers, please take a flower in your hand. Meditate, contemplate at the feet of Lord Ganesha as we seek his presence and blessings this morning. Hari Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvara Vigneshwaraya Varadaya Surpriyaya Lambodharaya Sakalaya Jagarhitaya Nagananaya Shruti Yagya Vibhushitaya Gauri Sutaya Gananata Namo Namaste. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Om Ganganapataye Namaha. Boli Shri Gajanan Swami ki Jai. We take another flower in our hands. Contemplate, meditate at the feet of Devi Mata, Adi Shakti, Durga Mata. Om Sarva Mangala Mangali Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanye Trayambike Gauri Narayani Namostute. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Shakti Rupena Sanstita Namastasyai 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 Namo Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Om Dum Durgaya Namaha. Boli Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mata ki Jai. We take another flower, we meditate upon Shiva Shankar Bhagwan. Om Tat Purushaya Vidmahi Mahadevaya Dhimahi Tanno Rudra Prachodaya Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Sansara Saram Bhujagendraharam Sadavasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo Mahapati Mahadeva ki Jai. We now focus our minds upon Surya Narayana Swami, that planet sun that grants each and every one of us that opportunity of life each and every day, sustaining through the light and energy this entire creation. Om Adi Deva Namastubhyam Prasidamam Bhaskara Devakar Namastubhyam प्रभाकर नमोस्तुते। ॐ भास्कराय विद्महे दिवाकराय धीमहि तन्नो सूर्यः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। ॐ सूर्याय नमः। बोलिए श्री सूर्य नारायण स्वामी के जय। We now meditate and contemplate on Shri Maha Vishnu Bhagwan, that latest incarnation of his in the form of Shri Krishna. Om Shantakaram Bhujagshayinam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagan Sadrisham Meghavarnam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalnayanam Yogi Bhirdhyanagam Vande Vishnu Bhavabhay Haranam Sarvalokaikanaatham. Om Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Shri Govindaya Namo Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansa Chanurmardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Guru. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. बोलो वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। So at this time, devotees, we will be engaging offerings to Shri Krishna Bhagwan. So firstly, we will offer water unto him. Hari Om Narayanam Namaste Astu Narakadnavatarakam Padyam Grihan Devesha Trailokyam Timirapaham. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Argyam Padyam Snanam Samarpayami. We offer Chandan. Om Shri Khanda Chandanang Divyam Gandadhyo Sumanoharam Vilepanam Surshreshtang Chandanang Pratigrihyatam. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Chandanang Samarpayami. We offer flower to Shri Krishna. Om Malyadini Sugandheni Malyatadini Vai Prabhu Maihritani Pujaratam Pushpani Prati Grihyatam. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Pushpam Samarpayami. We offer Gandha essence. Om Gandham Grihan Devesha Deva Deva Dayanidhi Tvameva Jagatam Natistva Tvameva Jagatam Prabhu. Shri Krishna Bhagavan Gandham Samarpayami. We offer deep light arti to Shri Krishna. Om Sajang Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahnina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham. बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय। We now offer Naivedya, Prasad to Shri Krishna. We hold it in our hands firstly, passing the water around it 3 times. Om Mandakinyastu Yadavari Sarva Papaharam Shubham Tadiram Kalapitam Deva Samyagya Achmanyatvam Tvayam. We all pray in our own words now to Shri Krishna Bhagwan as we make this offering unto him. We humbly ask that he accept it and to shower his grace and blessings upon us. Om Gritpakvang Havishainam Payasham Chasharakara Nanavidhan Naivedyam Shri Krishna Bhagwan Naivedyam Samarpayami Om Tvadyam Bastu Govindam Tubhyameva Samarprayet Grihan Sanmukta Bhuktava Prasera Purushottamam. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Touch to your murti, touch to your head. Repeat Shri Krishna Arpana. If you have flowers, tulsi leaf in your prasad, you can offer it to Shri Krishna while repeating Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Now offer water to Shri Krishna. Om Sarva Papaharam Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamayadatam Grihan Parameshwaram Shri Krishna Bhagavan Achmanyam Samarpayami. If you have dakshina prepared, you can offer to Shri Krishna. Om Nakpal Supal Maulavi Vanditangri Yugala Prabhu Hari Dakshinang Prade Shri Krishna Bhagavan Danam Dakshinaye Samarpayami. Boli Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. So at this time we'll join in praises to Lord Ganesha.
Jai 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 Ganapati Deva. Jai 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 Ganapati Deva. Jai 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 Ganapati Deva. Jai 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 Ganapati Deva.
बोलिए श्री गजानन स्वामी की जय. So at this time, devotees, we prepare to do our mantra jap havan. So while this mantra is chanted, we'll ignite the fire. Hari Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Dhayuriva Bhumna Prithvi Varimna Tasyaste Prithvi Devaya Janim Prishti Aganim Manadam Manadayadare Boliye Shri Agni Devta Ki Jai. So now we begin making our offerings at the recitation of Swaha. We offer small amounts whilst also repeating Swaha together. Hari Om Shri Ganesh Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha Om Ganganapataye Namaha Swaha Om Shri Gauri Mataye Namaha Swaha Om Shri Shankar Bhagwan Bhyo Namaha Swaha Om Shri Agni Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha Om Shri Kalash Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha Om Shri Varuna Devtabhyo Namaha Swaha Om Shri Maha Lakshmi Mataye Namaha Swaha Shri Maha Vishnu Bhagwan Bhyo Namaha Swaha Om Namo Narayanaye Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Bhashkaraya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Chandraya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Bhaumaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Buddhaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Gurave Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Shukraya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Shanishcharaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Rahave Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Ketave Bhyo Namaha Swaha Om Shri Pranaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Apanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Samanaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Indriyaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Udanikaya Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Ishta Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Kul Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Sthan Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Gram Devata Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Mata Pita Charan Kamle Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Shantiko Devta Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Panchpal Devta Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Dasdikpal Devta Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Adi Shakti Durga Mataye Namaha Swaha Shri Arundhati Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Bhadrakali Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Santoshini Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Rudrani Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Brahmani Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Parameshwari Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Ambike Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Chandike Devi Bhyo Namaha Swaha Om Aim Saraswati Mataye Namaha Swaha Shri Ramchandra Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Krishna Bhagavan Bhyo Namaha Swaha Shri Hanumate Devta Bhyo Namaha Swaha. We all join together as we chant the Brahm Gayatri Mantra. Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha Om Bhurabhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhyo Yonah Prachodayat Swaha Mahamrityunjay Mantra Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vadhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityor Mukshямamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushti Vadhanam Urvarukam Vandanam Mrityor Mukshямamritat Swaha Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim pushtivardhanam Urvarukamaeva vandanam Mrityor mukshayamamritat Swaha. We chant that 12-syllable mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, 27 repetitions. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Swaha. 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 Om Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Shri Sarvadevata Devyo Bhyo Namaha Swaha. Final offering. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Mudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagvam Swaha. Bolish Brindavan Bihari Lal Ki Jai. Pass the water around the fire 3 times. Om Sarva Papa Haram Devam Gangeyam Nirmalam Jalam Achmanyam Chamaya Dattam Grihana Parameshwaram Shri Agni Devtachmanyam Samarpayami. Boli Shri Satya Sanatan Dharma Ke Jai. So this morning, devotees, as we continue in the month of Shravan, the month of devotion, especially dedicated to the feet of Shiv Shankar Bhagwan, very auspicious month to engage in his worship and to gain his grace and blessings. This morning, we remind ourselves of our true nature. Who are we in reality? Many times we come into this world and we lose the consciousness of who we are. And we start to identify only with body. We forget the other aspects that make us who we are. This stotram, this prayer, is called Nirvana Shatakam. 6 verses. 6 verses that are put together to remind us of our true nature. It says, Om Mano Buddhi Hankar Chitani Naham Nacha Shrotra Jive Nacha Ghrana Netre. That I am not the mind. I am not the buddhi. I am not the intellect, the intelligence. I am not the ahankar, the ego. the abhiman, the pride. I am not all of these things. I am neither the ears nor the tongue that belongs to this body. Na cha vyoma bhumir na tejo na vayu. That I am not the sense of smell and light. I am none of the Panch Tattva, the 5 elements that come together to form this body. What we are? Chinananda Rupaha. Shivoham, Shivoham. That our true consciousness is that of bliss. Our true identity is that of awareness, knowing who we are. Shivoham, Shivoham. Remind ourselves of our auspicious nature, of our good nature, of our divine nature. Too many times, devotees, we come into this world and we falsely believe in all of the things that belong to this world. Only one day, devotees, to be deceived. To be deceived by the things that we put this false belief in. So this morning, as we engage in this Nirvana Shatakam, let us all reflect. Let us all praise Lord Shiva. Let us all try to get back to that consciousness, that awareness of who we are in reality. And forget so much of the body consciousness and identity with material things. Om Mano Buddhya Hankar Chitani Naham Na cha Shrotra Jive Na cha Dhran Netra Na cha Vyom Bhumir Na Tejo Na Vayu Chidananda Rupa Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupa
Shivoham, Shivoham.
Na cha pran sangyo, na vaipachvaya, na va sat dhatur, na va pach kosha, na va pani padam, na cho past payo. Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupa,
Shivoham, Shivoham.
Na me dvesh raga, na me lobha moha, mado naiva me naiva matsarya bhava. Na dharmo na chartho, na kamo na moksha. Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupa,
Shivoham, Shivoham.
na punyam na papam, na saukyam na dukkham, na mantro na tirtham, na veda na yajna, aham bhojanam naiva bhojam na bhokta. Chidananda Rupa,
Shivoham, Shivoham, Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham.
na mrityur na shanka, na me जाति भेदा पिता नैव मे नैव माता न जन्म न बन्धु न मित्रं गुरुर्नैव शिष्य
चिदानन्दरूपं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
अहं निर्विकल्पो निराकार रूपो विभुत्वच्च सर्वत्र सर्वेन्द्रियाणं न वा संगतं नैव मुक्तिर्न मे
चिदानन्दरूपं शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं
चिदानन्दरूपं
शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहं चिदानन्दरूपः शिवोऽहं शिवोऽहम्
बोलिए श्री महापति महादेव की जय. Devotees, may that consciousness of our true divine nature dawn upon us. In the troubled times that we live in, devotees, as we call this age of Kali Yuga, the dark age, the troubled times, the difficult times that we live in, and our minds are easily swayed in so many different directions. Even when we come under the protection of Bhagwan, even when we come in Bhagwan's house, the mind is still swayed here, there, and everywhere, isn't it? The mind doesn't want to sit still. The mind doesn't want just to stay. But so little the mind knows about that essence, about that nectar that is there at the feet of Bhagwan. We get a little bit, yes, but then so quickly we forget. So quickly we forget, and we are drawn to the niceties of this existence, of this world, as we see around us. You know, when that child is in the womb of the mother, right? And the mother is the one, of course, who is closest to the child, isn't it? When the child is in the womb. And the mother will feel that physical presence of the child. And that child will feel the presence of the mother, but the child is not aware of the mother at that time. The child has never seen the mother. All the child knows is that cavity in which it exists. That child doesn't feel that there's anything outside of that cavity, anything outside of the womb. But that consciousness inside of us, devotees, that consciousness inside of us is constantly praying that, oh Bhagwan, please let me come out of here. And when I come out of here, I will dedicate my life to you. I'll dedicate my life to you. But what happens, devotees? What happens when we come out of the womb? Now we start to see the faces around us. We start to become attracted to the faces around us. Mother, father, if we have elder siblings, family members, and we start to become attached to all of these faces and all of these personalities. And as we grow, we become attached to so many different things. And we ask ourselves, did we fulfill our promise to Bhagwan? Did we fulfill our promise of what we said to Bhagwan in the womb? Did we dedicate? How much time did we dedicate to him during our lifetime? Or how much time are we dedicating to him through our lifetime, devotees? You know, one of the beautiful bhajans that we chant, नाम हरे का जप ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा. नाम हरि का जप ले बंदे. It says to chant the name of Bhagwan. Otherwise, what will happen, devotees? फिर पीछे पछताएगा. That at some time, if we don't do it, we'll live with regrets that I missed the opportunity. नाम हरि का जप ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा. नाम हरि का जप ले बंदे
फिर पीछे पछताएगा.
तू कहता है मेरी काया, तू कहता है
मेरी काया,
काया का गुमान क्या. चांद सा सुंदर ये तन तेरा, चांद सा सुंदर
ये तन तेरा.
मिट्टी में मिल जाएगा फिर पीछे पछताएगा.
नाम हरि का
जप ले बंदे
फिर पीछे पछताएगा. नाम हरि का
जप ले बंदे
फिर पीछे पछताएगा.
वह से क्या तू लाया बंदे, वह से क्या तू
लाया बंदे,
यहाँ से क्या ले जाएगा. मुट्ठी बांध के आया जग में, मुट्ठी बांध के आया जग में. हाथ पसारे जाएगा फिर पीछे पछताएगा.
नाम हरि का
जप ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा.
नाम हरि
का जप ले बंदे फिर पीछे पछताएगा रे, फिर पीछे पछताएगा रे, फिर पीछे पछताएगा. बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय. Just a synopsis of the words that we say, devotees. Very important words in this bhajan, you know. Those of us who know this bhajan, please continue to chant it, understand what it means. It says, Tu kahta hai meri kaya. We come into this world, we say that this is my body. Number one mistake. This is my body. Tu kahta hai meri kaya. Then we, with the body consciousness, kaya ka guman kya. Then we develop pride. Pride in this body. Become so proud of it. Proud of this body. We start to say things like, Chand sa sundar ye tan tera. That is body of mine, so beautiful like the moon. So beautiful, so handsome, so strong. At one time, yes, devotees, but then what happens as time goes on? Where's the beauty go? Where's the strength go? Fleeting. Fleeting, devotees. Doesn't last. There's like, building castles in the air. How we can do this? How it will stay up? Chand sa sundar ye tan tera. Bhajan tells us, mitti mein mil jayega. That one day, this body will go to the earth. Will turn to dust. One day. What we'll be left with? Pir piche pachitayega. be left with regrets. If we do not do what we are supposed to do with the body, if we do not do what we are supposed to do. Devotees, I cannot apologize for saying what I say. Many people might feel offended what Pandit Vijay is saying. But I cannot apologize for saying what I'm saying. My duty is to bring this information. Bring this information to those who would love to hear it, who would like to hear it. There are many people who will hear it and say, that's nonsense. And that's okay. That's okay. My duty is to fulfill my obligation of bringing that teaching to devotees. And those who find that value in it, devotees, they will listen, they will try to practice. Bhajan goes on to say, Vaha se kya tu laya bande? That where we came from, what did we bring with us? Anything materially? Dean, you remember when you were born? No. But if you ask your mom, she'll say you didn't bring that kurta with you. She'll say you didn't bring that mask with you. That time we didn't know about mask. We didn't bring anything materially, devotees. Nothing material we brought with us. Yaha se kya le jayega. And where we are going, what we will carry with us. Will we carry anything material with us? Even the clothes that they burn us with, or they bury us with, or body with, I should say, even that goes to dust. So that doesn't go with us either. Muthi band ki aya jag mein. That when you come into this world, our hands are like this, tied like a fist. And then, haath pasare jayega. When we leave the world, our hands are like this, open. Then if we do not fulfill the duties of this body while we have it, then what we are left with? Pir piche pachitayega. Then we are left with regrets. It's for us to take these little lessons, devotees, and try to apply it in our lives. Or else we will be just like spinning top in mud. Spinning top in mud. Right? When we were small, we didn't have all this tablet and all this kind of thing to play with. Smartphones and PS5 and PS4, etc. We didn't have all these things. So we had simple things we used to play with. So like something like a top. Right? So those of my generation remember that. Remember I used to play with a top? So if you spin a top in mud, what happened? If you spin it on a solid surface, then it will do something. But if you spin it in mud, then going anywhere. It's going down. So you understand, devotees? What we have to do with this body, let us take the opportunity. Let us make that opportunity for ourselves, lest one day we end up with regrets. Lest one day we end up with regrets. So this morning, devotees, we'll continue our katha from pages of Sri Ramcharitamanas. At this time, I invite you to clasp your hands, to close your eyes, to bow your heads. And we all focus our minds at the feet of Maryada Purushottam, Prabhu Shri Ram, as we chant our opening shlokas. Hari Om. Varnanam artha sanghanam rasanam chandasampi mangalanam chakartaro vande vani vinayako bhavani shankaro bande Shraddha Vishwaswarupina Yabhyam Bina Pashyanti Siddha Swanta Stamishwaram Vande Bodham Mayam Nityam Guru Shankar Rupinam Yamashrito hi Vakro api Chandra sarvatra bandyate Sitaram gunagram Punyaranya biharina Vande vishuddha vigyana Kavishwara Kapishwaro Ramayana Sumira Jehi Sumiranta Siddhi Ho
Gananayak Karivara Padana Anugraha So Shubh Guna Sadana Mukha Hoi Vacha Pangu Chadhar Giri Vara Kahana Jasu Kripa Sudaya Drava Sakala Kalimala Dahana Nila Salo Rohasya Taruna Aruna Marija Sadachira Sagara Shayana Kundaindu Sandade Kumaramana Karunayana Jahidina Varane Karavu Kripa Mardana Mayana Banda Guru Padaka Kripa Sindhu Nararupa Hari Maha Moha Tamapuj Chasu Vachana Ravikara Nikara Siyavati Ram Chandra Ji Ki Jai Sharanam
Boli Shri Ramchandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. Devotees, many times when I begin our devotion, I get carried away with, what we are doing, and sometimes I forget certain things that I should mention or I'm supposed to mention. So today's devotion is being sponsored by my godchildren in Baltimore, Maryland, Ken and Vashti. And Ken recently celebrated his birthday, and also they recently celebrated their wedding anniversary. And also my goddaughter Sarah has sat this morning to perform the devotion on their behalf, and she also celebrated her birthday during this past week. So I do know that Ken and Vashti are avid devotees of Pavanaputra Hanumanji. I was trying to think in my mind who's Sarah's favorite deity. and I couldn't come up with it, Lord Shiva. So Hanumanji also, of course, we know is the 11th incarnation of Pavanaputra Hanumanji. So before I get into Katha this morning and I get myself lost in, what we normally do, let us join together as we offer praises to Pavanaputra Hanumanji on behalf of these devotees who are sponsoring our service this morning, on behalf of Sarah, and of course, all of us who are joining this morning devotion. We ask grace and blessings, Pavanaputra Hanumanji, to be upon us all. Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Shri Ram, Jai Jai
Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram,
Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
He said, when we chant the name of Prabhu Shri Ram, that Pavanaputra Hanumanji becomes very pleased, becomes very happy when he sees likewise, like-minded devotees joining the praises of Bhagwan Shri Ram. We say, Bajrang Bali, Mere Nao Chali. That the Pavanaputra Hanumanji, please guide my boat, please guide my life across this Bhausagar. Karuna par karpar lagarena, that bestow your mercy and your blessings upon us. Bajrang Bali, Mere Nao Chali, Karuna karpar lagarena, Karuna
पार लगा देना
हे महावीरा हर लोकीरा सतमार्ग मोहि दिखा देना सतमार्ग मोहि
दिखा देना
राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
दुखों के बाद गिर आए लहरों में हम डूबे जाए दुखों के बाद गिर आए लहरों में हम डूबे जाए हनुमत लाला तू ही रखवाला दिनों को आज बचा लेना दिनों को आज बचा लेना बजरंग बली मेरे नाम चले करुणा कर पार लगा देना करुणा कर पार लगा देना हे अमर देव हो बलवंता, तुझे पूजे मुनिवर सब संता। हे अमर देव हो बलवंता, तुझे पूजे मुनिवर सब संता। संकट हरना लागे शरणा, श्री राम से मोह मिला देना। श्री राम से मोह
मिला देना।
बजरंग बली मेरे नाम चली, करुणा कर पार लगा देना। करुणा कर पार लगा देना। हे महावीरा हर लो पीरा, सतमार्ग मोहे दिखा देना। सतमार्ग मोहे दिखा देना। राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम। Yeah, use our own voices as we chant Prabhu Shri Ram. Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram. बोली श्री पावन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। I also know that Ken and Vashti have a very favorite bhajan, which they always ask when I haven't been to the Baltimore area in the last 2 years. But whenever I go there, they ask specially, they call me not Guruji, but they call me God Daddy. So they say, God Daddy, can you sing this bhajan, please? So this one is especially for you all, both of you. उसकी शोभा है विष्णु ने, उसकी शोभा है मोहन से। तुलसी ने जब शीश झुकाया, धनुष बनी कान्हा की बंसी। राम ही माया राम ही जाने, कन कन में श्री राम। बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान
भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम।
बोले बोले हनुमान बोलो भक्त सिया राम। बोल बोल तो राम रमैया, जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया। बोल बोल तो राम रमैया,
जीवन फिर ना मिलेगा भैया।
दुनिया तो ब्रह्म जाल है मूरत, राम की पार लगाई नैया। राघव के चरणों में ही तो पाएगा विश्राम। बोल बोले हनुमान बोल भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम। बोले बोले हनुमान
भक्त सिया राम, श्री राम के चरणों में बंदे बिगड़े काम।
बोले बोले हनुमान बोले बोले हनुमान बोले बोले हनुमान। बोलो पावन पुत्र हनुमान की जय। So devotees, last week we left off where Kakabhusundaji is speaking to Garudaji, and he was describing that beautiful place in which Prabhu Sri Ram, along with his three brothers, they were engaging in childish play, playing like ordinary little children, being given little toys and so on. And they're frolicking around in this beautiful palace of King Dashrath. And Kak Basundaji describing the beauty of this palace to Garudaji. Now, he starts to describe how he saw Bhagwan, how he saw Prabhu Sri Ram, what did he see when he looked at baby Sri Ram. Let us hear devotees in Chaupai. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Bolo Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Markat mridula kale varshama. Ang ang prati chabi bahutama. Bolo
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Navrajiva Arun Mridu Charana. Bolo
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Pada Jaru Chirnat Shishudati Dharana.
Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram.
Shri
Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram. Raghupati Raghav Raja Ram.
Markat mridula kalevar shama. Ang ang prati chabi bahu kama. Kak Basundaji said that the very delicate body of Prabhu Sri Ram, very delicate at that time, of course, being a small child, very delicate. Can we imagine what Kak Basundaji is saying, devotees? In our mind's eye, can we picture what he's saying? That very delicate in his frame, the color was shama, dark. And it had the shine, the skin had the shine of the emerald gem. The dark color but shining, devotees. He says, Ang ang prati chavi bahu kama. Each and every limb, each and every part of Bhagwan was so beautiful. It was like countless. It is said that Kamdev is the most beautiful deity. He says, Chavi Bahu Kama. It had the beauty of countless Kamdev, each and every limb of the Lord. Now Rajiv Aruna Mridu Charana. Then he looked at the feet of the Lord. The feet of the Lord were very soft, very, very beautiful. It is said like the lotus flower. We look at the lotus flower, we admire the beauty of this lotus flower. And just like this, Kak Basundaji is looking upon the feet of the Lord. When we do our puja, devotees, and we close our eyes, can we imagine what the feet of the Lord looks like as we bow to our murti, as we bow on our bedi? Can you imagine what the feet of the Lord looks like? And when we touch our murti, we shouldn't feel a stone or a brass or a piece of wood. But we should feel, devotees, that living aspect of Bhagwan. We should feel the softness of his feet. We should envision the beauty of his feet as we touch. Not just to look upon our Vedi and see murtis. I always tell devotees this when I go to do their puja. You want to sit and do puja, but we shouldn't only see palm leaves on the Vedi. We only see palm leaves on the Vedi. No, devotees, we should see our divine deities seated there. Lord Ganesha, Gauri Mata, Lord Shiva, Agni Devta, Navgraha Devtas, Lakshmi Mata, Lord Vishnu. We should see all of them. We should be able to envision it, that we are seeing them there. And as we make our offerings, we feel like, I offer this vastra, this clothing, this cotton at your feet, O Prabhu. I offer this janev at your feet. I offer this hardi at your feet. I offer this chandan to you, O Prabhu. This is the feeling that we should have when we engage in our devotion, when we engage in our puja, devotees. Kagusundaji is looking at the beautiful feet of the Lord. Beautiful, he says, like that lotus flower. He says, the beautiful toes and the nails of Prabhu that outshone the radiance of the moon. So beautiful. He is perceiving this beauty. He is perceiving this appearance of Bhagwan Shri Ram and devotees. He goes on to say, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Ram,
Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama.
Leelat Anga Kuli Sadik Sari, Nripur Char, Madhur Ravkari, Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Shri Ram Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama, Jai Jai Rama.
चारों पुरत मन रचित बनाए, कति किंकिनी कल मुखर सुहाई। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम, 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 जय जय राम, जय श्री राम, जय जय राम.
Lalita Anka Kuli Shadik Chari, that upon the soles of the feet of Prabhu Shri Ram, there was the 4 great marks of Maha Vishnu Bhagwan, which is called the thunderbolt, the elephant goad, the flag, and the lotus flower. These 4 marks were there at the feet of Bhagwan. It says they were encircled around his feet with very beautiful and very beautiful sounding anklets. They were little anklets for Prabhu Shri Ram. He says, around the waist of Bhagwan was a very beautiful ornament fashioned of gold and different gems around the waist of the Lord. And as he was roaming around, as he was playing around, devotees, it was making very beautiful music. Very beautiful music. So enchanted was Kakbu Sundarji upon this appearance of Prabhu Sri Ram. You know, in our yagya, when we did the katha regarding Lord Shiva, we did mention that Shiv Shankar Bhagwan, when Prabhu Sri Ram took incarnation, he wanted to go and see him. He wanted to go and witness this great Leela, this great activity of the Lord. But he didn't get that opportunity at that time. He didn't get the opportunity. But when Lord Vishnu incarnated as Sri Krishna, Shiv Shankar Bhagwan went. In disguise, of course. Didn't want everybody to know that he is Lord Shiva. But he went at that time to witness some of the childhood activities of Sri Krishna. As I mentioned before, devotees, you know, we are very attracted when we see little children. Very attracted to little children. Why? Why is this? Why are we so attracted to little children? Because of their purity, because of their innocence, because of their straightforwardness. Little children, they say they have no filter, right? If they like you, they tell you they like you. If they don't like you, they tell you they don't like you. Isn't it? They're very straightforward. There's no filter in them. They're very honest. And of course, you know, when they're small, they're very cute. Very nice to look at also. But as we grow and we start to take on different bad habits and so on, then the energy changes. The energy in the individual changes. Do you know that? We can dress up the body very nicely, you know. Dress up very nicely. As Sri Ram is being dressed up here. But very attractive. We can dress up the body very nicely, but if the energy from inside is not nice, what emits from us? It says the power of our thoughts, devotees, is much greater than the power of our words. The power of our thoughts. So I can sit here and be, you know, saying very nice, flowery words. But if inside it's ugly, it's dark, then that energy emits as well. The same for all of us devotees. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul. You know, you want to see what somebody is all about, you look into their eyes. You can perceive what that person is about. So in our lives, devotees, we have to develop, you know, this beauty not only outside, but develop that beauty from inside. Let that beauty from inside shine outside, and there's no need for a great amount of dressing up and so on. Our beauty will naturally come. The beauty will naturally come. And devotees, what happens further, let us hear in Doha.
Traya sundar udar nabhi ruchira gambhir nabhi ruchira gambhir.
he continued describing the beauty that he saw, that he perceived in Sri Ram. Rekatrai sundar udar nabhi ruchir gambhir. Says, little children, they're a little chubby, right? He said, the stomach area had 3 pretty little creases. What do they just call them today? Rolls. They are a little fat now. So a little fat, so he had little creases. But those were very attractive to Kagvasundaji. That's what he saw. A very beautiful navel, nabhi. Very beautiful navel he saw. Ur ayat bhrajat bibidha bal bibhushan chir. Devotees, he was decorated. He was dressed up in so many beautiful jewels, beautiful clothing. Of course, the son of a king, how much they had, how much opportunity they had. No matter what is our situation, devotees, we always try to give our children best. No matter what our situation is, parents will cut from themselves to try to give their children the best. And here, the queen mothers, King Dashrath, they are dressing up Prabhu Sri Ram in the best that they could give. And of course, their best is very, very wonderful, very, very good. And devotees, Kagvasundaji, he goes on to say, last chop I will do this morning, and then we will close.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Raghupati Raghav, Raja Rama. Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai
Rama, Raghupati Raghav, Raja Rama, Raja Rama.
Arun Pani Nakh Karaj Manohar, Bahu Vishal Vibhu Shan Sundar. Shri Ram Jai Ram,
Jaya Jaya Rama, Raghupati Raghav, Raja Rama, Raja Rama.
कंध बाल के हर दर ग्रीवा, चारों शिवत आनंद चरितेवा। जय राम
श्री राम, जय जय राम, रघुपति राघव, राजा राम, हज राजा
He described the hands of Prabhu Sri Ram as beautiful as the roses. As beautiful as a rose. The nails, all the fingers. See, he's giving complete description. He is making sure that he takes in all aspects of Bhagwan, that his mind is full with this picture of Bhagwan. His nails and his fingers were very entrancing, very attractive. His long arms, bedecked with bracelets. Says that his shoulders were very strong, even in the form of a child. You could see that strength in him. Very, very strong. And very beautiful neck. A very rounded chin. And a face which was the perfection of all beauty. A face with the perfection of all beauty. Devotees, here we are getting a detailed description. Detailed description. Every aspect of Bhagwan. Every aspect of Prabhu Sri Ram. Which we don't often hear, right? We don't hear about this detailed description of how the Lord looks. But here, Kagvasundaji, through this katha given to Garud, we are hearing about this wonderful description about the beauty of Prabhu Shri Ram. It is for us devotees to sit and to think and to contemplate upon this beauty of the Lord. We all have this opportunity, devotees. If we close our eyes for a few moments and we allow our minds to envision this beautiful picture of the Lord. Shri Ram Chandra Kripalu Bhajuman Harana Bhavabhay Darunam Navkanjalochane Kanja Mukha Kai Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram. Saint Tulsidas Ji is describing the beauty of Prabhu Shri Ram. Navkanja Lochan Kanja Mukhkar Kanja Pad Kanjarunam. That like that new lotus flower, that beauty of that new lotus flower, his eyes are so beautiful. His face is so beautiful. His feet are so beautiful. We chant that name of Prabhu Shri Ram.
Kandarap Aganit Amit Chavilav Nila Niraj Sundaram Patpitamana Tarit Ruchi Suchi Navi Janaka Sutavaram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram Shri Ram. Sira Mukota Kundal Tilak Char Udar Anga Vibhusharam Ajanu Bhuj Sharchat Dhar Sangram Jit Haribhusharam Shri Ram Shri Kripalu Bhajuman Harana Bhavabhay Darunam Navkanjalochana Kanja Mukhakar Kanja Pada Kanjarunam Shri Ram Shri
बोली श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. At this time, devotees will engage in our final arti. We can light some extra thali, so if devotees would like to come forward, perform arti as well. We all stand at this time, reverence to Prabhu, as we engage in Shri Ramayana Arti. Auntie, if you can manage to stand for the length of time, it's okay. Om Sajana Chavarti Sanyuktam Vahanina Yojitam Maya Deepam Grihan Devesh Trailokyam Timirapaham Arati Shri Ramayan Ji Ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siyapi Ki
Arati Shri
Ramayan Ji Ki
Kirati Kalita Lalita Siyapi Ki
Gavat Brahmadik Muni Narada
Gavat Brahmadik Muni Narada
Valmiki Vijnana Visharad Shukh Sanakadi Sheshwar Auru Sharad Barani Pavan Sut Kirati Reki Arati Shri Ramayan Ji Ki
Arati Shri Ramayan Ji Ki
Kirati Kalita Lalita
Siyapi Ki
Gavat Veda Puran Ashtadash Chahu Sastra Sab Granthan Ko Ras Muni Jan Dhan Santan Ko Sarbas
Muni Jan Dhan Santan Ko Sarvas
Sar Ans Sammat Sabhi Ke Arati Shri Ramayan Ji Ki Kirati Kalita Lalita Siyapi Ki Arati Shri Ramayan Ji Ki
Kirati Kalita Lalita Siyapi Ki
गावत संतत शंभु भवान औरुघत संभव मुनि विज्ञान व्यास आदि कवि बर्ज बखानी व्यास आदि कवि बर्ज बखानी काग मुसुंद गरुड़ के आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की
कलिमल हरनि विषय रस फेंके कलिमल हरनि विषय रस फेंके सुभग श्रृंगार मोती युवती के कर्ण रोग भव मोरि अमीके तात मात सब विधि तुलसी के आरती श्री रामायण जी की
आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीरति कलित ललित सियपी की आरती श्री रामायण जी की
कीरतिकलितललितस्यपि कीरतिकलितललितस्यपि कीरतिकलितललितस्यपि.
We join together our voices as we chant the beautiful praises onto Shiv Shankar Bhagwan in this very wonderful, auspicious month of Shravan. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Om Namah Shivaya. We all chant together. Bolo bolo sab mil bol Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Bolo bolo sab mil bol Om Namah Shivaya.
Bolo bolo sab mil bol Om Namah Shivaya.
झूठ जगामी गंगाधारी झूठ जगामी त्रिशूल धारी डमरू बजावे डम 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 डमरू बजे डम 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 डमरू बजे गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय हे गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय हर ओम नमः शिवाय हर ओम ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो बोलो सकल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय झूठ जगामी गंगाधारी झूठ जगामी गंगाधारी त्रिशूल धारी डमरू बजावे त्रिशूल धारी डमरू बजावे बोलो डम 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 डमरू बजे डम 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 डमरू बजे गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय हे गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय everyone
Om Namah Shivaya.
हरे ओम नमः शिवाय
Om Namah Shivaya.
Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya. Bolo.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Hare Om Namah Shivaya.
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 Hare Om Namah Shivaya.
Hare Om Namah Shivaya.
Hare Om Namah Shivaya.
Bolo bolo Sanmil bolo. Om Namah Shivaya. Sanmil bolo. बोलिए श्री महापति महादेव की जय. At this time, devotees, please take a flower in your hand. We all clasp our hands, we close our eyes, we bow our heads. As we engage in our final prarthana to end today's devotion, once more, asking grace and blessings of Bhagwan to be upon Ken, Vashti, Sira, anyone else who has celebrated special occasions in your life. To all of us who have gathered here at the mandir and those joining with us online today, we all humbly ask choicest grace and blessings of Bhagwan to be upon us all. We all pray together. Harihi Om Mantrahinam Kriyahinam Bhaktihinam Janadanam Yata Pujitam Maya Devam Pari Puranam Tarastu May Om Avahanam Najanami Visarjanam Pujam Chaiva Najanami Shamyatam Parameshwaram Tvameva Mata Shapita Tvameva Tvameva Bandhu Shasaka Tvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravinam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya He Sarva Shaktiman Sachirananda Nirakar Nirvikar Sarvadhar Sarveshwar Sarva Vyapak Antaryami Ajar Amar Nitya Pavitra Shrishti Karta Ko Barambar Namaskar hai हे परमात्मा भाविष्य वर्तमान दुखियों का कष्ट हरण करके सुबुद्धि को प्रकाश कर कि जिससे सबका मंगल होए. ओम शांति 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 हरि ओम. As we close off today, let us use our voices also to sing praises to Bhagwan Shri Krishna, whose puja, whose worship we have done today. We call out to that Lord by the name of Gopal, that one who is the protector of the cows. Gopal, 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 Gopal. We ask that Lord also to be our protectors. Gopal, Gopal,
Gopal, Gopal.
Manmohan Madhur Nandlala, Manmohan Madhur
Nandlala,
Bhaj Radhe Govinda Gopala,
Bhaj Radhe Govinda Gopala.
Manmohan Madhur Nandlala,
Manmohan Madhur Nandlala,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna.
Manmohan Madhur Nandalala,
मनमोहन मधुर नंदलाला भज राधे गोविंद गोपाला भज राधे गोविंद गोपाला भज राधे गोविंद गोपाला.
बोली श्री वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, वृंदावन कृष्ण चंद्र की जय, और ऐसा जगन्नाथ की जय. बोलो रे भाई सब संतन की जय, सियापति रामचंद्र की जय. बोली श्री सत्य सनातन धर्म की जय. जय जय सीताराम. आसन लीजिए. प्लीज हैव योर सीट्स. So very quickly, devotees, we have come to the end of July. So 7 months complete in the year, right? The year is going by very, very quickly. So in the month of August, we are looking forward to Shri Ganeshi Chaturthi, which will be on the 14th. 14th, right? On the 14th of, that's 2 Sundays from now. Also, Shri Krishna Janmashtami, which will be on the 18th, right? And then our Ganesh Utsav Yagya begins on August the 30th. August the 30th. And Visarjan, I think, September 9th, right? So it's a busy little stretch. From September 10th, we have the Pitri Paksh. Oh, yes. Raksha Bandhan also on the 11th of this month, and that marks the end of the month of Shravan. So it's a busy little stretch that's coming up for us here, Pitri Paksh, from the 10th of September till the 25th, I believe, is Pitri Amavasya. And then we get into Sharad Navratri, then we get into Diwali coming up. So it's a busy time, lots of opportunity for us to join together in devotions to the Lord. So we ask that you all, please join with us as much as you can to enhance your spirituality, enhance that blessing of the Lord in our own lives. So until next Sunday morning, Jai Jai, Sitaram.